If you are a woman that wants to have a baby and you know that chances are 9 times out of 10 you're going to be hounding a man for child support, it means you can't afford to have a baby.
Trump passes insane new child support law. Patriots, if you don't know about this, Trump passed a new law that whoever is paying the child support will get to declare those children on their taxes, okay? So say you're a single father, single mother, and you are not the one paying the child support. You will not get the tax return for your child. How do you guys feel about that? This is all allegedly, I guess. We got to see till everything goes through. But this is the talk on the town that Trump is talking about making. And you know what this means, guys. Single mothers, I'm talking to you out there. This one is going to be directed at you. Okay? Most single mothers, we know women run the world. Women are running it. Especially single moms. Shout out to all my single moms. They work so hard. They're working 2 jobs. They're taking their kids to the soccer practices. They're buying the clothes. They're keeping their kids happy, keeping Christmas on the table. Even though there's a lot of selfish husbands out there who are not paying child support, barely paying child support, or, okay, they are paying child support, but now they get to file your kids on their tax return because of that. Is that fair to you guys? I don't think so. Let me know in the comments. Secret Service Sam out. Samson for president of TikTok.
Now, before anyone get in my comment section and say that this is not real, the guy has already come out and said that he made this up about Trump passing this bill. I'm aware of that, okay? However, if you were to ask me, do I think Donald Trump could sign something like this in the future? My answer is absolutely yes. And the reason why I say that is because the goal is to get women, quote unquote, back in the kitchen where we belong, right? They need women to be subservient to men. They want men to be the natural leaders, even though they're not. They want women to be wives, which is why they're trying to overthrow no-fault divorce. They threw out DEI, which is really going to affect women, white women in particular, but women in general, because the DEI thing was not just like a black or white thing. It's people with disabilities. It's people that are gender-based. It could be gender-based. If you start shedding women out of jobs, women are forced to stay home with husbands and kids and whatever. You know what I mean? Every little thing that they're outlining in Project 2025, which if you're still idiotic to believe that Trump didn't have anything to do with 2025, even though his authors of Project 2025 are in his cabinet, and also everything that he's been doing these last few months are literally damn near verbatim in order in Project 2025. So this whole thing was planned, okay? If you haven't figured that out yet, I don't know what to tell you. All of this stuff leads to white people keeping their power. Making America great again really means let's go back to the times where white people had everything and blacks and browns had nothing. That's literally what that means. This whole segregation thing, whether it's going through or not, whether it's going to be enforced or not, I don't know. Everything they're doing is to keep white people as the majority and in power, subjugate and oppress women, and further oppress marginalized people, black people, people with disabilities, cutting off funding for, federal funding for people's education, for people with disabilities that rely on that. You know what I mean? And really to get women back in the kitchen, because we belong in the kitchen barefoot and pregnant, okay? I'm going to also say this. If you are a woman that wants to have a baby and you know that chances are 9 times out of 10 you're going to be hounding a man for child support, it means you can't afford to have a baby. That's what it means. Like, why are you having babies if you're going to be relying on a man's child support that you're most likely not going to get? And even if you do get it, it's not going to be worth nothing. Okay? We know kids are very expensive. I know how expensive kids are. That's one of the 3,000 reasons why I chose not to have one or any at all. Okay? You are broke, essentially. You can't afford children. And before you say, no, it's not about that, it's about him standing up to his responsibility, because it took two to tango. I did not create this baby by myself. He has to be held accountable. Like I said before, the men are not going to be held accountable, especially if Trump decides to pass this bill in the future, right? Or, you know, sign it into legislative law or whatever he's doing, executive order or whatever. If he decides to do that. So y'all can sit here and say, oh, this is fake, this is not real. It doesn't mean it won't be real next month or 2 months from now or next year. We don't know. You have to protect yourself from this stuff. And the way you do that is, first of all, stop having babies. Like, I don't even have a dog in this whole baby child support fight. This whole child support, baby daddy drama, baby mama drama, alimony, who gets to file who on taxes. I don't even have a dog in this fight, okay? These are problems that I am literally never going to have to go through in my life, because I'm never having kids with nobody. I'm never granting any man immortality through my womb. No man deserves it. I don't give a damn who it is or how much money I don't care. But the only reason why I'm speaking on it is because I am a woman. This affects women. If one woman fails, we all fail. For the most part, generally speaking, right? So I'm trying to get women to protect themselves. Okay? Stop having babies. Step number 1. Why are y'all still having babies in 2025? Or 2025? For what? Why? Why are you doing this? If you're still going to have a baby, you need to be in a financial position where you're not going to be hounding a man for $100 or $50 in child support that you're not going to most likely get anyways. If you have to hound a man for child support, you can't afford to have a kid. That's literally what that means. If you're going to have these babies, have your own financial shit intact. There is no village, so you need to be prepared that the village may die in a car accident, or the village may go to jail, or the village may end up in debt. The village may end up with a smug addiction, or a gambling addiction, or end up being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Like, you don't know what's going to happen to me. So you don't have a village. Chances are you're not going to have one. And even if you think you have one, you might not in the future, because you don't know what's going to happen. So you need to think about that. You also need to, if you're going to have a baby, there is no reason to put the man's name on the birth certificate. Like, if he's already showing signs of abuse, neglect, gaslighting you, blowing off your feelings like it don't matter and all that stuff, then there's no reason to even put his name on the birth certificate. So if you don't put his name on the birth certificate, he can't claim that the baby is his. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. My hair is really getting on my nerves right now. Mama's baby, daddy's maybe, right? Which means the baby is yours. The dad may or may not be in the picture. So if his name ain't on the birth certificate, then you're free. You don't have to worry about getting him to sign anything for your kids to get a passport, and being able to sign your kids out of school and all this other stuff. You ain't got to worry about none of that, because his name ain't on the birth certificate. You don't know who the baby daddy is, or you do know and he died. Who knows? He moved to Afghanistan, right? Be smart, ladies. Play the game the way they're going to play you. Also, there's no reason to give your kids your baby daddy's last name unless he's a millionaire or a trillionaire, or like, why would you do that? They're leaving a legacy of what? Debt, dust, non-paid child support payments. That's the legacy. You don't have to give your kids the last name. Furthermore, the father shouldn't even have the kid's social security number. Like, let's be real. Most fathers don't know their kid's full name. They don't know the teacher's name. They don't know what fucking school they go to. They don't know the doctor's name. They don't know their allergies. Most men don't know shit about their kids. Nothing. Okay? The vast majority of them don't know these things. So there's no reason for them to know the social security number either. If they don't have the kid's social security number, they can't file them for taxes. Like, this is all simple. You can play this game and you can jump through hoops to protect yourself, or you can just go back and fall back and let these men play you. You're not going to see a dime of that child support money or that tax money if this ever goes through in the future, and the guys are able to file your kids on taxes or whatever. You're not going to see a dime of that money, I promise you. And the reason why is because the men don't even think you deserve the money. They don't think you deserve the money at all, which is why they're fighting you for being able to file them on the taxes in the first place. Think about it. A father that's not even really that involved is trying to fight you to pay child support, or to fight you to be able to file them on taxes, even though they're not that involved. If he will do that under those circumstances, he's not going to give you a dime of that money. I can bet my life on it. And you're the one that's like doing the brunt of the work. So my thing is, that's all I got to say about it. If this goes through, if this becomes real in the future, because right now I don't see any proof of it being real. If it becomes real in the future, because I can definitely see Trump doing this, because like I said in the very beginning, the whole point is to get women back in the kitchen. There are 3,000 ways in which they can get women needing men again and all this other stuff. This is one of those ways. It's going to be a whole bunch of little steps, and before you know it, you're back in the Handmaid's Tale, and you're like, how did we get here? Well, these little steps, these little things turn into this huge paradigm shift, and you're wondering how you got there. You have to pay attention to this stuff. But like I said, who the fuck having kids in 2025 anyways? Like, what? I'm going to leave y'all with one of my favorite clips from Funky Dineva. Please don't be offended by it. It's funny, really. But if you don't find it funny, then I'm sorry. It's for the people who will find it funny, and just ignore it. Leave your comments below, subscribe, like, share. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.
I think anybody who knowingly want children in 2024 is a damn fool. Don't nobody want no damn kids. Having no children is the flex. That's the real flex in 2024. Don't nobody want no babies. Don't nobody want no damn toddlers. Don't nobody want no expensive behind talking ass elementary age children. Don't nobody want no stinking smelling like outside bus stop elementary age children. And we'll be all right with some high school age children because they about to get their ass the hell up out of our house. Okay? But don't nobody want no damn children. Baby, people is avoiding children's like the plague. Baby, you can give me corona 16 times for you tell me I don't got somebody pregnant.
All together, girls. 1, 2, 3. Fuck these men on the internet. They don't know what they want, but they will see what they can get. Oh, go and waste your one and only precious life while pretending not to have a full receding hairline. So keep your eyes on his hairline and your hand on your drink. For all you know, he is a psychopath. He'll leave you on red, and he won't care if you're dead. And the psychics on TikTok